Hi, good afternoon. Today I'd like to talk about creating something for yourself, creating a place of refuge for yourself. I'm calling this safe harbor because when you weather the storm, when you want to weather the storm, you want to be able to pull into the harbor and to find safety, to find comfort, to find time, to find sanctuary. So I'm suggesting to you that each and every one of us not only can create, but should create your own sacred harbor where you feel safe, where you can escape the ravages of the world, the ravages of nature. I've always had a safe harbor, and I've learned to not only utilize it, but almost depend on it. When all else fails, when the world lets me down, when friends turn silent, where my social media is quiet, when I'm tempted to give in to loneliness, which I never do, by the way. No matter how much time I'm alone, I've learned to value that time, to utilize that time, and to not waste one single breath caught in the web of loneliness. Like everything else in life, it really boils down to a choice. Happiness is a choice. Oh, I get stuck right there because I'm just thinking of how many choices. Every emotion that we experience, we can choose how we deal with it. We can't foresee the future. We can only say about the future is that it will change. All things changes. What is right now won't be right now. Did you catch that pause? That pause, it was a change. It's 2 seconds later. It's completely new. It's always renewing. And we're to get the place that I turn to for my optimism. My natural state of life is optimism. My glass is definitely always half full. As I said, it's in the eye of the beholder, but my eye chooses to behold that it's half full. And paramount to all of this, paramount to my development of my second most redeeming characteristic is my equanimity. I have to put grace, maintaining the state of grace, being in the state of grace, I have to put that above equanimity. But I have to say that equanimity is the cornerstone of my whole practice. My goal, I don't like that word, I'm searching for another word. My aspiration is to be a man full of grace. a man that has only grace with his choices and how he deals with the world, how he accepts changes, how he accepts good news, how he accepts bad news. It's all through grace. And again, these characteristics that I cultivate are all enhanced, protected, sustained with the safe harbor that I've created. I can always pull into this harbor. My bodily needs will be met, my spiritual needs will be met, my physical needs will be met, my emotional, my intellectual are all nurtured and contained within, at least the keys to these states of mind are contained or within my safe harbor, where I go to escape the storms, where I go to renew, rehabilitate, reconcile, transform. All of these actions that are available to all of us at any time, all these choices are sustained by not only the time I'm in my safe harbor, but just the fact that I know that I created this safe harbor. It's available to me, it's accessible, it's right there. And I work at it. You have to maintain it. If you know anything about boats, you know that it's constant maintenance. And because I'm choosing the metaphor of a safe harbor, I'm assuming that I'm on a boat. That my boat was the vehicle that I was traveling on through time and space. That I need to pull into the safe harbor. I need to moor. I need to anchor. I need to have this place. And I tell you, it's as real anything else is to me. And because I add details, I constantly adding details to my safe harbor, because it makes it more concrete if I can perfect my visualization techniques. So this is a maintenance I'm talking about. Not only maintenance on my boat, my vessel of my soul, my vessel that takes me from shore to shore, which you could look at as from birth to death, shore to shore. My sailboat would transport me from these signposts, the beginning and the end. And again, like all dualities, the concept of beginning and the end is continual. For every ending, you can celebrate a new beginning. From the day you celebrate this new beginning, the ending is already existent. When we come into this world in this lifetime, it's preordained. The ending is preordained. It's destined. And time spent in my safe harbor people will ask the question, is it free will or is it destiny? And I will say, to that question? If you ask me the question, I say yes. And you'd say, what? You didn't answer the question. So I think I did. Because they both exist simultaneously, without any conflict. I'm able to entertain diametrically opposed opposites as one and the same at the same time. Free will, yes, for sure, there's free will. Especially when you consider in the confines of our beginning and our end, it's free will. But there's also inescapable destiny, where no matter how much free will I say, okay, I will to live forever. Well, I can assure you, if you have any doubts that this is not going to happen, I have no doubts that there will be something that I perceive as an ending. But my safe harbor provides me with the comfort of knowing that with every ending, there's a new beginning. With every new beginning, there's a pending ending. How do you like that? Pending ending. I like that. Pending ending. Yes. Within the confines of birth and death. With the new beginning of birth, there's a pending ending. An ending will come. But again, with the support, with the assurance of that I acquire while I'm utilizing my safe harbor, I can be sure that I'm just as sure as there'll be an ending to this incarnation, that there'll be a beginning of another expression, another opportunity, another blessing. So again, please, if you're watching me or listening to me, if you don't already have your equivalent to a safe harbor, it could be a cabin in the mountains, I don't know, which would be nice too. I could find sanctuary in a cabin in mountains as well. But I'm a ocean guy, even though I love the mountains. I'm an ocean guy, so I see my sanctuary as a safe harbor. It's still water. My harbor, my safe harbor is still water. The storm outside, the typhoon, the disturbance in the ocean, that same ocean becomes my sanctuary. Now, what makes that sanctuary different than the ocean? Well, the ocean is unpredictable. My sanctuary is very predictable. Again, I told you, I'm working on enhancing to do the maintenance, enhancing my visualization of my safe harbor. Okay. But it's the same water. The water in my safe harbor is the same water that might be threatening in another context outside. Isn't that beautiful? I'm consoled by that. I find a lot of peace, a lot of well-being out of the notion that what threatens me can also save me simultaneously. Water in the harbor, water in my safe harbor, water outside the harbor. Water does what water wants to do. Water does what water wills. So when it's in a fury, I don't know if you've ever had an opportunity to see the ocean in its full fury. I used to walk on the beach in Hualien every time there was a typhoon. even though I could hardly keep my feet. Of course, I respected the water. I didn't get close. I said walking on the shore, but on the high shore, where the water where I'm safe from the ravages of the typhoon, from the winds, and I make sure it's clear ahead of me. There's no trees overhead that could break and fall on me. But I love to walk in the full fury of the ocean. And nothing says fury like a time of typhoons. And I've also survived, not only survived, but what's the opposite of survived? Not only survived, but celebrated, I guess. I remember being in a huge storm with 20-foot waves and crashing on taller than the waves were actually bigger than the mast of our sailboat. And I'm at the helm. And I just remember yelling at the top of my lungs, woohoo! I've never been so alive. In what, in retrospect, was probably one of the most dangerous times, one of the most vulnerable times that I've experienced in this incarnation, is that time in the storm, in the storm, and the exhilaration, the beauty of, talk about be here now. I couldn't be in any other place. There's no daydreaming going on. There's no reminiscing. There's no regretting. There's no gerunds other than being. Well, how alive? I just felt, that's what, woohoo, I celebrated it. I was alive. I felt life was surging through my veins, through my arteries, and I was not conscious of anything else except this moment. So I'm suggesting, I'm cajoling, I'm encouraging you to create your own safe harbor, your own cabin in the mountains that will protect you, nurture you, sustain you, educate you, embrace you. All of these things can be found within your safe harbor.